Alright, so here we arrive to the final part of the whole mask making tutorial V2 series. So now I'm going to teach you guys how to add in the extras for your mask, such as half mask straps, see-through black fabric, and etc. Now all of these materials that I'll be using for this particular part can all be bought at your local store in the hardware, sewing, fabrics, and maybe even the arts and crafts section. So these materials are pretty common to find. Alright, so a lot of you guys have been asking me how I make my mask straps, so now I'll teach you guys how I make them. Now keep in mind, this is my way of making mask straps, and there are other numerous ways of making straps. Now I personally like this method because primarily it's made out of duct tape. You know, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's easy to make, and it works just as great. Alright, so the things that you guys will need to make your own straps are duct tape, stapler, double cap rivets, and there's going to be a link to where you guys can get these rivets right here. Next, you guys will need a hole puncher, scissors, and last but not least, Velcro. Alright, so the first step that you guys will need to do is measure out 12 inches of duct tape. After that, you guys are going to fold it just like this. Now if the strap is a bit too flimsy or thin, you guys have the option to add another layer on top of it to make it thick. So next, you guys are going to measure out 8 inches of Velcro, positive and negative, kind of like this. Next, you guys are going to hole punch the tips of the 3 straps. You guys are also going to hole punch the actual half mask in 3 areas. 2 in the side, of course, and 1 on top. Next, you guys are going to stick and staple a positive and negative side of the Velcro on one strap, while a positive sided Velcro will be on another strap, and a negative sided Velcro will be in the other, just like this. So here's the positive side, which is the furry side. There's the negative side, which is the prickly side, and the strap will have both. And you guys are going to staple it. Now, when you guys are stapling it, be sure to hammer it down so that the staples won't stick out. So this is a safety precaution right here. Alright guys, so now you guys are going to rivet the straps in through the mask. This is actually pretty simple. So when you guys are using a double cap rivet, you guys are going to thread the long piece in through the strap and the mask, so it should stick out in the inside. Now once the exposed tail is in the inside, you guys are going to use the other cap and stick them together, and it should lock permanently. Now if you guys are having trouble with this, you guys can use super glue, you know, so you guys can see that. Also, speaking of straps, be sure to know which straps go where. Now, in this one in particular, the positive side, which is the furry side, is on the top, while the negative sided strap is on the right, while the double-sided strap is on the left. So it should work something like this. Bam. That's pretty much how to make the mask straps. Hope you guys learned something. Alright guys, now for the see-through black fabric and the foam. The see-through black fabric's purpose is to hide the eyes of the person wearing the mask, obviously. Also, not to mention, the wearer of the mask can choose to not have the see-through black fabric by flipping it out before they wear the mask. Now, on the other hand, the foam's purpose is not just for comfort, but also to prevent the eyes from colliding with the latex from the eye sockets of the mask inside. Also, the foam helps keep the mask in shape when a person wears it. So making the see-through black fabric and the foam for your half mask, and maybe even your full head mask, is fairly easy. All you guys need for this is durag, also known as see-through black fabric, and foam, as well as the cast material that you guys use for a mask. Now what you guys are basically going to do here is use the same cast material that you use for your mask. So obviously I use latex for this one, so I'm going to use latex to glue in the foam as well as the see-through black fabric. It's that easy. I don't really have to explain it, you just have to use the cast material that you guys use for a mask, and you guys use that to weld two materials in. So that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you guys how to add hair to a mask. Now keep in mind, this is not the professional way of adding hair to a mask. This is my way of adding hair to a mask. Basically because it's fast, and not to mention it's, you know, it's pretty cheap. You guys don't really need sewing needles for this one. Now for the materials that you guys will need to hair a mask is obviously hair, and as well as the same casting material that you guys used for the cast of your mask. So this method is pretty much similar to the see-through black fabric and the foam method. You know, what you guys are basically going to do here is apply a glob of either latex or silicone on a particular area of the mask, and you guys are going to cut up some hair, group it up with your fingers, kind of like this, and you're going to apply that to that particular area, and you guys are going to gently push it in. Next, what you guys are going to do is take another glob of either latex or silicone and smear the top so that the ends won't meet. Now as you can see, I did a poor job on that one right here. That's because I wasn't actually trying to make the hair look realistic in this one. But yeah, you guys get what I mean. So you're basically gonna apply cast material on top of the hair and smear upwards so that the ends of the hair will start to disappear. You know, kind of like that, you know. Alright guys, now for the last part in this step. I'm going to show you guys how to make the movable jaw on your mask. Now there's two ways you guys can do this. The first way is what I call the free fall method. The reason why I call it free fall is basically nothing is supporting the jaw except the 2 inches of latex or silicone or whatever. It's keeping it up. So when the person wears it, they're free to move the jaw without risking it ripping. Now the second method is basically the elastic method. You guys are going to use elastic string. Now keep in mind that you can't use rubber bands because rubber bands do not bond well with latex or silicone. So I suggest you guys use elastic string. Now for the elastic method, it's quite simple. You guys are going to literally cut the jaw and the head separately. So after that, you guys are going to use the hole puncher and hole punch areas within the jaw and the head, kind of like this. Once that's done, you guys are going to take about, I don't know, 2 inches or even an inch of elastic string, and you guys are going to tie a knot on one end and insert that knot in one of the holes. After that, take the lower jaw, depending on which knot you guys put the hole in first, you guys are going to take the end of the elastic string, the one that doesn't have the knot in, and thread that in to the other hole and tie a knot there, so it should look something like this. Also, once that's done, if you guys want, you guys can actually use the same material that you guys use for casting the mask to reinforce the knots so that they won't go through. So the elastic method is actually pretty good for skull masks. The reason why is because, you know, it's a skull. You know, the head and the lower jaw together. The free fall method won't work on the skull, so they're free to move the jaw wherever they want. And the cool part about using elastic string is that it always rebounds up. So yeah, that's pretty much how to make the movable jaws for your masks. Alright guys, aside from adding the see-through black fabric as well as the 3-way mask strap out of duct tape as well as the other stuff I just showed you, there's also Also do multiple things to mod your mask, especially for full heads. Now what you guys can do is actually add stuff that already exists in real life. Like for example, I don't know, screws, nails, hooks, ropes, you know, anything to add character and personality to your mask. Now, since I'm doing a scarecrow, I obviously added rope to resemble hay, kinda. And also rope in the neck to give it that scarecrow look, because this is basically the fundamental symbol for scarecrows, especially when it comes to masks. You know, so same thing with the clown. You know, what makes a clown a clown? The red nose. Actually, explore with this type of customization to your mask. You know, there's lots of ways you guys can customize your mask to make it, you know, to make it better. So yeah, this is what the finished scarecrow looks like. And there you go, the feeder of crows. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the mask making tutorial V2. Hope you guys like these 7 parts. I try to keep them short, brief, and simple so anyone can pretty much understand them. Unlike my last year's tutorial video, which is how to make a mask tutorial, which is 20 parts long. It's not edited. It's basically me ranting on and on. It's 10 minutes long for each part. So if you guys do the math, that's like what, 200 minutes of just chatter. So I try to keep this tutorial really fun and interesting for you guys, so you guys can learn better. So hope you guys learned something. Alright guys, before I go, I'd like to say a few things to you guys right now. And first off, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to me, liking my videos, commenting on my videos, buying my masks, you know, all that stuff. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for that. And just in case if you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm a YouTube partner. You know, I've been a YouTube partner for what, three weeks now, so it's really cool. Let's see, what else should I say? Also, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, go check out my new channel. You know, it has the YouTube partner banner on that thing. It has a new box, which is the links. So you guys should check out the links that I have there. So it also has my Facebook links up there, so if you guys really want to get to know me a bit better, see my short stories, poetry, paintings, other artwork, other masks, you know, you guys should totally check out those links. Also, I also have links to the main sites in which you can get mask making materials, so that's also my channel. Also, if you guys scroll down in my new channel, you guys are going to see a for sale box in the left side. So if you guys click on that, it's going to take you to the for sale playlist, so you guys can check out the masks that I have for sale. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to have more tutorial videos in the future. You know, if I discover a new method that will truly help you guys, you know, in any form in mask making, I'll be happy to make a tutorial video for that. So yeah. Hopefully you guys subscribe, hopefully you guys like this, you know, comment. If you guys have any questions, send me a message or comment on this video or any of the other videos. So spread the word about this tutorial video, because, you know, knowledge is power, and that's a fact. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully you guys like my tutorial videos. And speaking of tutorial videos, please check out my other tutorial videos. You know, I have quite a lot in there, so you guys just have to look for them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.